Welcome to another episode of Moods Podcast, where we're mentally observing other dimensions. I'm your host, Ralph. We got my boy, Iro.
What up, what up?
Thank you for coming out tonight.
I was glad to be here.
So how you been?
You know, I've been kind of sick.
Yeah. That's how you been.
I suffer from migraines and had nasty
Yeah.
hit. Yeah. Had me out for a few days.
How you been? You good now?
Yeah, I'm good now. Yo, right now, if I have my migraine, these lights right here,
Won't be happening
nope.
right now.
I'd be like, yo, you either turn them off or
Yeah.
I'd be throwing up.
All right. Hold on, let me fix this. So yeah, man. I got a lot on my mind today. So I want to talk about some stuff, like what's been the mood lately.
Mm-hmm.
Just off being observant, like for the last, I want to say like 2.5 weeks, just by being quiet. So much shit gets so loud when you start to really just be quiet and just watch stuff. And
Get to observe.
yeah, I got like a lot of aha moments, just off like slowing down or not moving too fast in certain situations or overthinking situations, just being still, just being in the now, bro. I promise you, it's the craziest thing.
We're getting in the conversation and giving yourself like a few seconds to breathe. And like, hold on.
Yeah.
1, 2, think about it
Because
before you react.
most of the time, yeah, like most people would just react off impulse. That I see most of the time. So, let's see. And when we start in this, just to be forward with everybody, we are not any specialists in this. Just disclaimers. It is no specialist in this, just off experience.
It's our own experiences that we're talking about.
Just sharing the perspective.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, like I was just talking about it earlier about consistency. Just people being consistent.
Consistency is one of those tough things. Like we were saying earlier, you can be, a little bit late for certain things, but at least as you there.
Yeah, it just shows you who want it.
Yeah,
Most
who
people
hungry.
Oh, we got so we have Shorty Amy 83. Welcome back. She's back. So she says, "What's the topic for tonight?" Actually, the topic is kind of up. Not really a freestyle, but it's more in the sense of just what you've been observing for the last 2 weeks, or just been observing. Period. Like what's been on your mental
Observations.
on your observations.
What we've been.
I've been seeing personally like a lot of self-sabotage from all different places. Yeah, man. Conversations. Yeah, man. Like, for example, somebody want to start something, but at the same time they talking down on it before they even start it. You're not even giving yourself time to even nurture that thought of what you was even thinking about in the first place.
They're already thinking about the worst case scenario it. Not even trying to say like, hey, look, it's going to take work. It's going to take us. Let me give myself this much time to get here.
Yeah.
If I don't get there, maybe I need to, tool around with it, mess around with it. Maybe less time, more time. But they're not even trying to think about that.
No, not at all. And to kind of see it sometimes, like it's times where you kind of fall victim to that as well. So it's like, as I keep seeing these things happen, I'm starting to take a step back and like, okay, what in my life am I self-sabotaging? It's like, okay, like clearly I'm seeing it outwardly. Let me go in and figure out some stuff because I'm seeing this now. Like it's in my perspective. So it's like when I see these things slowing down and starting to really realize, it's kind of like you can kind of move out of your own hell once you realize you in that place, or like a place you no longer want to be in, or you outgrew that situation. This has just been on my noggin for like a bit, but
I was like, it's on your noggin. It's I would say personally, it's stuff I've been dealing with because I have, I'm one of those people like to talk to. And just something I've been dealing with as a good friend to most people. most of the time, like, not to say, if you have certain issues, you should be seeing a psychiatrist. But, sometimes I say, sometimes you need just a good friend, someone to listen, someone to understand. But a lot of people are falling into that
category.
Yeah. They're the too much of the I and the not understanding the whole community.
I get you.
You feel like, it's like
there's no togetherness in that.
Exactly.
Just a I mentality. And
not to say, it's sometimes you got to think of yourself. That's okay. But also understand it's like, yo, you have, I think previous, one of our previous podcasts, we were talking about masks and stuff. Like, it's okay to wear a mask sometimes. Like, sometimes you got to play a certain part because you got to show a public face. You got to be out there.
I get that.
You're like, at some point, like, not all the time, but if something's happening, because then what are you doing just keeping away from everything? Who are you helping? Like, what, no one knows if they can come to you because you're not around. At least to like trust or like I'm one of those people that I can be very guarded, and I'm very bad at communicating. But people, when they reach out to me, I'll come out and be like, okay, yeah, sorry, what's up, what's going on? I'll answer. It's just I'm locked away in my head, which some people do. But
that's true.
But when you say you're gonna do something, you do it.
I agree to that. 100%.
That's why it's like, you could be late, but you do it.
But going back to what you said, you were saying that some people ask for help, or some people need help. And you said it's something about being selfish. It's okay to be selfish, but to a certain extent.
Correct.
What is that certain extent?
I feel like if you're being selfish, you have a little feeling of you're being an ass. Like, yo, for real. Like, sometimes when I don't want to do something with someone, I'm gonna tell them, it's like, yo, like, if I don't feel like doing something, I know I'm being an ass. And some of the people I'm really close with, I'm telling you, like, I might sound like an asshole.
Yeah.
But
that's how you feel.
Because I'm honest and I'm gonna tell you I don't want to do something. Or like,
so telling the truth makes you feel like an ass.
Yeah. Because sometimes the truth isn't always something that's like freeing. We always talk about the truth will set you free.
It doesn't though.
The truth sometimes is just something that you're gonna have to hurt someone's feelings. It's like it'll set you free, but you're gonna have to hurt someone.
But that's setting them free too. You don't think so?
The what?
You don't think that's setting them free as well? Because, for example, let's just use rejection. Guy go after girl, he get rejected. It's a bad thing in the sense of, okay, you didn't get what you thought you deserved, but it showed you like this was never going to work in the first place. Compared to that girl already knowing she won, she just pushed it to the side. I feel
with that. It's one of those things because sometimes you don't know if that's what you wanted. You made a decision. You made an on point. You were true to yourself.
Okay.
You were like, hey, look, I felt like it wasn't going to work. Because one, you don't know the other person enough. To be honest, it could have been someone that you could have been great with, but there could have been something there at that time, at that moment, that you just weren't feeling. And then and it happens multiple times, and I've seen it, that sometimes at one point they might not like someone and they'll tell them that, and then they'll meet them somewhere else, completely not know that the same person they said no to, like maybe a month, 2-3 months back, and then just like, oh, this person like looking kind of good. Like
they slowed down, they started to observe. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's the mentality. You don't know what someone's gonna feel. You don't know what someone's gonna react. But at the same time,
but it still shouldn't stop you from giving truth. Truth shouldn't have like.
Truth
you saying
is one
shouldn't
of those
break you free.
Because it like I feel like we're talking about like it'll set you free. Like truth is something you hold for yourself. Your truth.
Shorty Amy 83 said, "Yeah, you suck at reaching out."
Yeah, I am. Thank you.
But for
But like I always think about my people. It's just I'm really bad at that.
okay,
And-
but even speaking on that, Shorty Amy 83. But you say he sucks for reaching out. Do you feel like every friend you have to talk to on a constant basis? Could it be something in a way where, like, I don't feel like you have to have everyday conversations with certain people. Some people just, they by the seasons. Not in a bad way. It's just like you meet people that you click right away. You haven't seen them in a bit.
And then when you see them again, it's just
like nothing left. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
so it just depends on
that's actually
like what's selfish has been like what
most
is
of the people I'm close to. That's
selfish.
Exactly how it is. Like people I'm really close to. Like it's our relationship is sometimes I'm not gonna like they already know that I am not a very chatty person. But
yeah,
I like it. Like if I'm in a big group, I'm everyone knows who I am. Like oh that's like but the thing is I'm not talking much. But what'll happen is that I'll separate and probably talk to like one or two people and like slowly like break down the group and talk to like I'd rather just have like a concentrated like you know like a concentrated juice just like
no I get that
just like have like a concentrated conversation just with the people I feel and then like maybe break down and maybe talk to different people in that group and like you know just separate them though because I don't want to have like a big conversation because I'm definitely going to be the quiet voice because I like to observe a lot that my problem is that I'm going to just want to listen. And I don't want to talk. I just want to listen.
I only talk in situations like that if I have to talk. If I feel like I need to talk in that situation, I'll talk. Other than that, I don't really do small talk. So like if I'm in a group, if I
small
click
talk
with you,
is hard.
It's not. I wouldn't say hard. It's just awkward because it's like, do you really want to sit here and talk with me, or you just want to create because you uncomfortable in silence? That's how I look at most people. Like a lot of people don't even like being in silence.
Like so sometimes when I'm hanging out with people and it's like a one-on-one, we'll go out, we'll go get some drinks somewhere, just you and I. It's okay to just be silent for a few minutes. Just like just there, we drink, take a moment. Someone brings up a question, and it's like okay. Like people feel like you need to say something every second of the moment.
I think that's crazy.
That it's exactly.
I think that's crazy.
That's why I do great when I'm working with people. I'm good at just listen, being in the moment because I'm a listener. I sit there, I listen to what they say.
I'm definitely on focus.
And then all I do is just like, hey, look, this is what I'm gonna do for you. And like and I see some people out there they're out there, they are. There's people that just like always like, oh yeah, but how's your day? How's it? Like I can't ask. Like I don't know how their day was, and I don't want to ask them that because it could be the worst day that they had. I want to focus always, and like even if we want to talk about your day, then I'll focus on that.
Yeah. No, I understand that. I don't care to do the small talk.
It's like, how's the weather today?
Yeah, check your phone. Like,
Yo, so
I do. Like it's if you want to talk to me, talk to me.
I would say as personal experience, like in Japan, at least they do have a lot of that small talk. Like they do it in a way, it's very, I would say introverted in a way. Like you just bring up very basic things and that's where the conversation starts just to see if you can break the ice.
No, that's understandable, but
here it's not the same. Like there you could be like how's the weather can be a straight up conversation starter. Cause like it's just like, oh well I'm feeling the weather. It's like cause the thing is like they like to internalize a lot of the things and they don't say much. So like you say something, it's just like it's reading between the lines.
Yeah. Hold on, we got some people
in
the chats. Shorty Amy says, nope, my closest friends now I suck at reaching out to and pick up like that. There was no time between out. And that's what I'm saying. So those type of conversations, those type of friends, I feel like is everlasting. Those are part of your tribe. She can also say, I just saw 2 high school friends I haven't seen in several years, and we're still close. Again, just go back. That's really dope. Look, small talk is awkward. I'm telling you, Shorty, you get it. It is awkward. It is awkward. We got Jamila in the house.
What up, Jamila?
For the topic of not talking to your friends every day, some people go through things differently and take more time than others. I agree 100%. Everybody is fighting a fight. And that would be selfish in the sense where you think people should be checking up on you when you're not even checking up on them. Yo, like
It's a back and forth.
Is it's key. Oh, hold up! One more thing. Shout out to the Earth Gang. We are now Taurus season. Shout out to my Earth Gang,
Green Squad,
Virgos, Capricorns. I love y'all,
Virgos.
So check it out. So yeah, but I agree. Going back to people they fight that fight where I think that's very selfish to want someone to check up on you. You're not even checking up on them. Like,
feel you.
Yeah, that's.
It's one of those things. It's like, so it comes down to the person.
Mm-hmm.
So like, does that person have multiple contacts? Like, who gets in? Like, do you understand how that person works?
Yeah.
Like, does that person every once in a while also like check up on you? Like,
no, they just
and sometimes it take a few months because like the thing is like depending on where you at, because sometimes a lot of people aren't in the same zip code, aren't in the same state, not even in the same country. You know, and like it's one of those like, how do you keep up with that many people? Because you only have so much time in a day. You got to do so much in a day.
And that's the part where I feel in certain situations it's okay to be selfish. Because in the end of the day, like you said, you can have tons of friends, acquaintances, however you want to call it. There's no way you could talk to all of them in one day.
No,
not a week.
Absolutely not.
A month.
I can tell you right now.
You know
I cannot.
You said, you got people in Japan. I got people in Europe and all over.
Japan, South Africa,
6
Nairobi.
hour difference, like 8 hour difference.
I'm talking to different people in different parts of the world.
4 hour, not 4 hours is straight, but 6-8 hour differences is kind of tough. Depending on the level of friendship which y'all have. Like if it's a strong foundation, it's different. And again, like Jamila says, excuse me, it was like doesn't mean that they don't care to know how you're doing or they don't want to know. Want to be your friend, but to make sure they have themselves together first. I would call that a good selfish. I agree. Going back, like it's certain parts in life I feel like you have to be selfish. And then you can become selfless if you choose to be that. But at the end of the day, it's like
it has to be a balance.
If I keep doing for you, if I keep pouring in your cup and you're not pouring in my cup, but it's like not in a sense because you have a disadvantage. I can understand that your disadvantage. Like, okay, something preventing you at this moment to really go to another potential. But if you don't have no consistency or most importantly, discipline.
Discipline.
I'm going to stop pulling back. I'm going to pull back a little bit.
And
be selfish for myself, because if I'm willing to give that to myself and you're not even willing to give that to yourself, why should I be giving that to you?
I feel like
so like certain situations like that, I feel like that's a good selfish.
I feel like right now, just the fact that you use the word discipline on anything, that's big, man. I feel like it's something that's lost 100%. A little bit nowadays.
Yeah.
It's a discipline of understanding, and like I'm not saying I'm the most disciplined person, like
same,
and it's one of those things that I feel like that it's like. Earlier we were having a conversation about older generations and stuff, and like they had a lot of discipline. Like they I would say my parents, their friends, their family and stuff, they keep up fairly good. Like they have discipline. Like they might not talk to them all the time, but they know that, hey, look, let me reach out in like maybe 2 months. Hey, let me reach out. They're disciplined enough to understand that they need to reach out to these people.
Just structure it. Way structure better. I would I tend to do that. That going back to one of my, but that would probably be a red flag for me.
Red flag.
If somebody was to, I would
we going back to flag.
No, but I'm just saying like just stuff I started to observe, just internally. Like I would go into like a hermit, legit for like ghosts.
That's
like ghosts.
You and I right here,
legit ghosts.
I guess this makes it the worst because like we probably like really close on that because I'm known to ghost. Like I could work with you, but the thing is like I'll ghost as quick as like because the thing is I'll see you at work. Hey, how you doing? How's everything? Cool, awesome, great. You won't see me till the next day. Won't hear a word.
Yeah,
people like to know where I'm at, but don't ask. And like they understand I ain't gonna give it to you.
People just want to know what I'm doing. They don't actually like know how I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? It's the difference. Like, what's your plays, but they don't actually like, what's been on your mind lately? How you been feeling? I observed that. I started peeping these type of conversations that I'm having genuinely with people. Like, I'm always asking you, like, how's your mental? Most importantly,
that's what
like, where your mind at? But if people always asking you, like, what you can do for me, or what can I, like, what you got going on over there, like.
That's what sometimes when I look at someone, like, even when I'm looking at you, sometimes I'm like, you all right? I'm like,
bro,
you and I would like give you like that second, like, you all right? It's like I'm asking, like,
but it's
I could see something's going on.
It's very few people that can actually see. You know what I'm saying? Like, in certain things, some people just caught up in themselves, which is fine. I can't even
see. It's like it's just. I feel like it's more of an emotional thing. It's one of those things like you feel like the vibe someone's giving. It's just like something's wrong, something's off. This person is not acting like that. They're doing the best to act that they would normally.
Yeah.
But like, you know them enough to know, like, this ain't you.
Yeah.
This ain't you right here.
That's true. And but yeah, like, she say discipline. Jamila says discipline is important in all aspects. I agree 100%.
Mm-hmm.
It don't matter how talented you are, how gifted you are.
They work.
If you don't have any discipline, that shit would never work.
You right.
Ever. Like, there is no way around that. Like, you need discipline. That's structure, period.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's things that you may not want to do, but you still got to do it, and that's discipline.
And that's, I think that's right now in society right now, the way, because we just went through a whole pandemic and stuff and everything. Yeah. And I think a lot of people lost that. They lost that effect of, like, because that was part of society. Like, you had to at least, like, you know, kind of like take a deep breath, even if you don't feel like going out, like, all right, you know, I'm just going to go out for a while. If anything, you give yourself a limit. Give yourself, like, hey, look, I'll be there for an hour, 2 hours, then I'm going to head out.
Mm-hmm.
You give your, like, but you're there. You're there to support. You're there to be at least somewhat social.
Talk about during those times.
Yeah. Like previous times, but now, like, we're not to say that everything's perfect.
Now, bro.
I know. But the thing is, now everyone's so stuck in this whole new, like,
matrix.
I don't want to do anything. I don't like, and I understand that completely. Like, there's many times like I don't, like, the same sense, like, but I can't do this. Like, for me personally, it's I cannot do this. I cannot lock myself away. And that's you guys. What's up? Hold on, say it.
Because you, all right. So part of that, what you're saying, I agree. And then some of it is like, what are people just waking up to their potential, they purpose? Not even say potential, because again, like, chase your purpose, not your potential. So, like, again, people was getting comfortable due to COVID. They didn't want to do certain things. They started losing discipline. Me, myself, I love going to work. I like chatting up, seeing the homies and stuff like that. Like, but at the same time, being able to work at home, make the same amount, if not more, and then what are you making out on the side of that? Do I really want to go back into a store and really holler? Like, it's not, it's a different type of focus. Like, if I felt like if anything in this whole pandemic is like, it slowed people down to really sit down and learn about themselves. Some people couldn't handle it. A lot of people couldn't even be in the same four walls with them alone. They constantly had to be around people during this, like, I guess, time of solitude.
For me, I gotta tell you right now, if I was doing work that I wanted to do in between my own four walls, I'd be fine.
Yeah.
Doing any outside work or work we were doing, I lost my mind.
No,
I couldn't have that in my personal space.
I completely understand that. But
and I also feel, because some people, they want to get, like, it's that right now, it's the fear. People are fearing so much going right now, and it's okay to be like, right now we ain't in a very, like, we're a lot better than we were 2 years ago when we didn't understand anything.
So you feel like we didn't understand what was going on
2 years ago? Hell nah.
You don't think so?
Everyone's freaked out.
But a lot of people would freak out if they, ignorance is bliss, bro. Like, I feel like
See, the thing is,
we
like,
have a lot of smartphones, but a lot of dumb people.
oh, hell yeah.
100%.
No, okay.
That should be like.
I like one. You shouldn't get your advice from memes. Number one.
You say you should or
You shouldn't get advice from memes. Number one.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, look, you got to look into your facts. It was like, if someone says something,
Mm-hmm.
do they have corresponding like articles to back it up?
Yeah, no facts. Yes. 100%.
Like I'm one of those people. It's like, do I have two different correlates? Because sometimes some people love to bring in someone that says something different.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, 99.9% say, yo, we literally fact checked everything back and forth with each other, wrote reports, but you just listen to this 1% person, like not even 1% on something that it's already been tested this many times, and you just you have your own thing. And what's funny is that half of the time, those people have their own side hustle going on that they're like, yeah, but like jump on this thing and then buy these things. It's like, but no one says to that.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I follow that. I was like, but why?
Yeah.
Like, why is that the easy thing to follow? And they're selling you something. And then everyone else that literally they went to school, they studied this, they did something. They could be your cousin, they can be your sister, they can be your brother.
And
like
you're trying to downplay them.
The fact is, like, you know them. And it's like they're normal people.
Bro, people don't care. It be your own people. Going back to observation of one of the observation. They tell you, I'll leave it on this one. With family, that is one of the biggest eye openers. We don't pick them, but we love them. But listen,
we don't pick them, but we love them. Okay.
These are the people that you have to look out for. It's not really the people outside. Your first encounters with anything, it be your own kind, bro. It be your own peoples at first. And once you kind of break out of that and you understand like people are who they are and you have to accept them the way you want them to accept you. It's good to part ways, but in certain situations,
I would say no. Because at the same time, I wouldn't part ways. I would want to keep them because I'd have great conversations with them. Because at the same time, you wouldn't.
Once you cross me, blood or not.
Wait, hold on. What are we crossing?
You're done.
Hold on. What are we talking about though?
It's just disrespect.
Oh, okay. No, I'm talking about that, like having like a disagreement, like not agreeing on something.
I can love you and still disagree with you hard.
Oh, like, yeah. Because there's plenty of people I hang with, like, yo, we do not politically everything, we don't agree, but yo, we go out, have some beers, ride some trucks, do some stuff. Like
when I chose to go on a plant-based diet, this is facts. Most of my friends went against that. I didn't feel no type of way. I still love them equally. Family too. It's just a choice that I made. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Like,
I would say,
how does that affect you?
I feel them because I would, as like the outside coming in, someone comes in and tells me they're changing the diet. The worry is like, you're going to be okay. Like, I want to make sure, like,
no, I get
because then the people that care or try to figure it out, but you know, they're gonna fumble around for you. Mm-hmm. But yeah, stuff like that. I have a few friends, they're switching, and I'm trying to help them as best as I can. And I'm not the best person because
where I had social connections. Food was always going out getting food. Sports, video games, chiefing. Once I started taking these things away and started to really notice, okay, what else do we have in common besides these things? What else can I know you on a deeper level?
What's the conversations
what's
we
your
had?
Substance like?
Because sometimes I would think of it as like, not only like if I take these things away, what's the conversation? What were the conversations we were having when we were doing those things?
No, the conversation was pretty dope in certain aspects, but everything don't have to be heightened. In a sense, like I don't have to drink or smoke.
Says you.
No, I'm saying I'm saying in a sense.
No, I know.
To just kick back with you. I don't need these things to feel comfortable to be around you. You know what I'm saying? I feel like some people use that as escapes. It's not wrong to indulge in a situation like as a social gathering, but if you're using this to kind of,
that is everything. It's what makes it.
Yeah, you become a slave to that stuff to a certain extent.
I've always been a proponent saying that everyone needs their own vice.
Nothing wrong with that. Mine's is music, art. Period.
Well,
Like,
not
anything
only
like-
music and art. I'm talking about like vice. Like, yo, you need your drink, you need your like smoke, you need your you need your different things. And it's like sometimes some video games, sometimes talking about sports only. Like
Yeah, meditation.
Meditation.
That's another one.
Meditation is a good one.
That's another one. Video games, yeah, going playing sports.
But like
go work
it's
out.
taken even working out, because you can take it to a point that it's a vice. And that's what people think. It's like, no, it's healthier. Like, no, but you have it the point that you don't even want to hang out with people.
Yeah, you just want to go and work on that.
Because it turns into a vice. It's like, if you can't chill with someone, like, what's the point of even working out so much? Like, yeah, you're taking care of yourself, but to what extent to yourself?
See, but that's, and go back again. When is it not selfish? Because that person may have a goal for them, and your goal can probably not exceed their limits. So you could say like, okay, this person been working out for the last 3 months, right? And then they can be like, no, I'm finna go hard for the whole year. But you gave it a time frame. So in that time frame of you thinking like, okay, they were supposed to do it in 3 months, is that them being selfish because they haven't gave you the time? Or is it just, would it be selfish in the sense of
I would say, like, I know what you're saying.
I got you.
I got you.
Okay.
I would say, like, it turns selfish that that's the only focus. Like, because the thing is, like, I need to go like 6 days a week, only got 1 day off, and like this is the only time we can hang out. I was like, yo, like, but
they made time.
But like, your body can chill, like, but if they can make the time, because most people can't.
Yeah.
I was talking to people that won't.
Okay.
They're like, nah, but I gotta hit the gym. It's like, all right, I'll meet you after the gym. After the gym, I'm tired, I can't do anything.
That's understandable too. There's a certain extent.
And I understand, like, yeah, they're legit, but the thing is, they go so constant. Like, so when are we gonna chill? Because every time after, you're tired.
You just want your time. Which
Like,
is nothing wrong with that.
I'm gonna talk to you. It's like, and then they'll take the 1 day off. Of like, to be honest, that's another way of not being socially like I feel like we're so into this like health kick. With a lot of people like, yeah, I need to go to the gym. I need to go every day. I was like, no, chill. You can go for an hour, go work out, go do what you need to. But at the same time, like my thoughts now is that we lost like the whole thought of community, the whole thought of like the people that you're around, be able to have a conversation, get everyone together. And even now, like, you can get just a small group of the people you know, but no one even wants to kind of do that. They say they want to, but then when you do, they're like, no, I can't. No, I can't.
Like try to bring people together.
Correct.
I get that.
Because like, how are you gonna build on anything without some type of community, some way of working, something going forward? Like, if you're focused on yourself too much, how are you gonna focus on the rest of your life? Like, you're just focused on yourself, but like, how else are you growing? Like, great, you got great muscular features, like, but like,
flex different.
Yeah, exactly. But like, if that's how you doing, how are you gonna meet someone else? Like, are you gonna tell them no because I'm going to the gym? You know, how are you like? And I
can see where you're coming from now with that. I can see your perspective, but I don't think it's nothing wrong for somebody to work out. Definitely work out for your mental.
I don't mind. No, yeah, that's perfect. You should work out your mind and your body.
You make time for people that you want to make time for. That's really what it is, and that's a pill that people really don't want to swallow. And again, it doesn't mean you can't hang out with everybody. You can't. It's like the timing is so bad, and then sometimes like you feel bad, but what can you do? Like you make time, and sometimes that time is not even good enough.
Yeah,
and then the whole time you do link up with certain people.
I was trying to make time. Like when we chatted, I was like,
you have to. Make
I tried to, hey, look, hey, you like, hey, look, I go to lunch at this time, or like other
facts.
Like,
and
I'm one of those people. I try to like see 100%. Like, hey, look, when's the next day you have? Like, what time do you come in? Like, hey, I go at this time, or sometimes I'm not working on a day, and I still want to link up with you. It was like, hey, look, I'll come and meet you up. Like, we'll meet here. We'll have like, you know, some paellas.
Yeah. Definitely, bro. We still gotta hit up that spot.
We still gotta hit the paella. I heard it wasn't that good.
Nah. For real?
I heard. Still gotta taste it though. But I heard it wasn't that big either. So I was like,
what is Bula? That's Bula. Booyah.
It's Spanish. It's Booyah.
Yo, check out this Booyah restaurant in the Fall Shopping Center. Try it out.
I heard it was okay. We gotta try it out because they got a vegan choice. So that's what I was like. I was happy to taste that. But now we got multiple choices now.
Even observing that. The change. on the observation to vegan, bro, like
I'll tell you right now.
They're poisoning so much stuff right now.
Wait. What do you mean? Like you just surprised the hell out of me.
So much things like, all right, so people, okay, I've been a vegan for like 6 years now. And in the process of being educated through this whole journey, people think just because you're vegan, you're healthy in certain aspects. You get what I'm saying? Like it's
your body reacts no matter what. Your body's a machine. No matter, it doesn't matter if you're just going like vegetables, like just eating like greens or anything else, or like eating meat. But your body's gonna act the way it's gonna act.
Yeah, your body likes what it likes.
Mm-hmm.
But it also are things that shouldn't go into your body, as far as food wise, like meat wise, it shouldn't. However, but on plants, it's a lot of farmers right now that's being paid a lot of money to destroy their crops.
To grow corn?
No, to destroy it. Like
just destroy it? Like, because I know corn is like the biggest thing. That's like to grow corn, like
so,
grow corn.
As far as food shortages, again, I'm not trying to do this as no fear mongering or anything like that. You can look it up. This is public knowledge. But you just look in a situation where how they've been talking about food shortages. Think of all the people that's eating meat. Once Popeyes and all these other places are done, what y'all finna smack on?
See, I was talking about like food like deserts. You talking about food deserts?
No, but I'm just famine. Like if you not even transition or even try different type of diets in a situation like that. But going back to veganism, it's a lot of pesticides in vegan foods. A lot of all types of chemicals and based in a lot of freaking fruits and vegetables don't even have seeds no more. Some of the stuff in Publix don't even grow in seasons. How we
it's
still
genetic,
have some of this fruit, bro? It's weird. It's weird.
It's genetic. Like the thing is, it's one of those things that if you look back in time, grow your own food, 100%. Which is the best thing. Like that's definitely what I want to do,
bro.
We miss you, bro. We miss you. Facts.
Shout out to Devin. Oh,
I'm all about people growing stuff. Like I have coconuts. Like I would love to grow other things. I don't have that big of a yard, and I'd hope to buy some more land, maybe in the Redlands somewhere, and like just grow more. I want people. I feel like we should be able to grow our own things and be able to pass it back and forth. Like, hey, look, I'm growing avocados, peaches, other things. Like, hey, look, I'm growing this. Like, we can trade off some stuff. We can barter something.
But how many homies you know that actually say proudly or in confidence that they're growing stuff?
Nobody. Hell no.
Yeah, these type of conversations, people turn the other way.
Unless it's another type of green,
which is on this day. But yeah, if you're not, what I noticed again, another observation.
And I feel like also like you said with your diet and everything like that.
Yeah.
Someone loves meat.
Hey,
straight up loves hunting.
Okay, let's go. Okay, go for it.
But does it respectfully? I feel like I do it very respectfully compared to other people.
You mean like how you take out the animal?
Yes, and as these like it's the moment. It's not just like, oh, I'm gonna take an automatic rifle out. Mm-hmm. Like no, it's like, hey, look, you go out there, you literally track it yourself.
Yeah,
you take your time.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's one of those things. Like I feel like when I do it, it's respect. It's a respect of the animal.
I get you.
It's like, hey, look, I found you, I caught you. I'm gonna take the best shot I can to make sure I can take you out as quick as possible. I do not want you to suffer. It's like either way, like you die, but like yeah, I know. I saw your face. It's one of the that part right there is gonna get people.
I have a different outlook. I'm looking at it through your lens.
But also what I'm saying is like, yeah, I go there, but at the same time, I can see that sometimes I tell people like, you shouldn't be eating meat every day. I was like, you know what? A balanced diet isn't always eating meat every day. Sometimes like I'll go like a couple days without just eating like straight up veggies, everything like,
yeah.
Like my younger sister, she used to be vegan and she ate certain things and I learned how to eat the same way. And there's certain things like, hey, look, I haven't had meat in like 2-3 days. Like it's not that I need to be eating meat to prove something. Like sometimes I feel like sometimes it's like to prove something.
But when I had told some of the homies, they would eat meat just to try to prove something to me.
Exactly, and that's the problem. It was like, Yeah, I was like, and I told him,
What
like,
does that do for me?
the thing is, people
What
was like, hey, have you gone hunting? Have you gutted something?
Nah,
Have you seen it?
They not
And like
ready
when they
for
went to him,
that.
like, it's like, yeah, exactly.
They not ready.
Don't
for
tell
this
me that,
conversation.
because like at the same time, I understand. I know what I'm doing when I eat something. It's because, hey, look, it's what I want. I want to eat this. But at the same time, I understand it's like I shouldn't be eating it all the time. That's why when I go hunting, it's one of those things. Is like, hey, look, I'm out there. I want to track something. It's legal to do it. I'm doing it in a way that it's like, hey,
no,
look,
honestly,
right?
the key facts, like, I'm not gonna sit here and try to be like on some PETA type of thing.
No, PETA's a little crazy than
But
most things.
if-
Like PETA just wants us to die before. So, like, let's be real.
They do. But yeah, it was just things I started observing. And another thing too, like going back to what we were saying earlier, kind of like put it in a nutshell. People would shoot down your dreams but support your habits. Like legit. Like legit.
Let's go out and drink, but not talk about what you were trying to do with yourself.
What you trying to do?
Let's go smoke.
What
But,
business?
like,
You doing any day trading? Got any stocks? You in the real estate? What's your
What
other
you doing?
hobbies? You go ball, you hoop, like nah, but a day like this or any other weekend. Oh, let's hit the club. Like, nah, bro. I don't feel like doing that shit.
Yeah, when I hit
feel
the
like
club,
doing none
like
of
I'm a
that.
dead. Like
nah,
you
bruh.
you see me. I love dancing. Period.
It's
I'm gonna say, I tell you,
it's
like,
a
yo, we gotta
vibe.
go to the club. Yo, we go to dance. I don't give.
It's
I don't
a
give a
vibe,
fuck. Like we
like-
going out.
To go there, like, it don't hit the same. For me, I've never been a club type of person anyway. But
I like clubs. Like I haven't been like the club that most people are. Like I'm there just like literally like, yo, there's a good DJ. They got some good music. Your boy out here to dance. Your boy, like, that's what I'm looking for.
yeah, nah, it's
Like I'm there to chill, have a good conversation, dance. Then maybe after, like, yo, let's go somewhere else. Let's go get something to eat. Let's go chill somewhere else. Like that's like outside, quiet. Like go to the beach and just
I
have
just
a combo.
came from
Like
the beach on
and-
Monday. Fort Lauderdale, bro, was a vibe. Had a
Fort
great time.
Lauderdale.
Yeah, I had to. We had to. Went out there with the missus. It was dope. It was really, really nice. Actually, you been to Rock Bar before in Fort Lauderdale?
ROC?
I think it's
Or like
ROC.
ROC, yeah.
I think Rock Bar.
That's what it's like they're making sure, because like there's like the one I've gone to is like ROC, Rock Bar.
It's big as hell, right? Like
Yeah.
right in front. Yeah. Rock Bar was pretty dope.
Okay.
It's a place in Fort Lauderdale. Very nice beach.
Fort
I think it's
Lauderdale
where,
in Florida.
Yeah.
They're not Miami anymore. You know, they're just their own thing. They used to be part of Miami,
Is
but
it called Los Soles?
Las Olas. Oh, I love Las Olas. Las Olas is beautiful. Actually, I normally don't like driving that far up because,
I don't mind to drive.
bro, you see how I drink.
Yeah. He gotta lay it down.
But like I'm one of those people. It's I do not like most places up there, and I'm sorry, my people in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
But
You say you don't like most places?
up there,
Yeah.
but
It looks
like when
way
it comes to
cleaner.
Las Olas, yo, I love chilling on there. That whole vibe. Like
Yeah.
I'm just like, I feel like the way you could just walk in different places and you're just out in the water. Like it's
Bar.
great.
It's Rock Bar.
Oh,
But,
okay, and it's not the same one.
No, I don't think it's the same. But we was out there. It was nice. The sand was hot as hell. Hot. But it was a nice vibe. Even there, I was sitting there having challenging conversations about all kind of things that I'm gonna bring up on the next
All
couple
right, then you
podcasts
said
to come
challenging.
soon.
I was like, hold
Yeah,
on, let's have some of these
yeah.
conversations right now.
Nah, because I need that type of audience for this type of conversation.
All right,
Definitely gonna be here for it, but for that conversation, it's something completely different.
we
But
definitely need more people here.
she
for it.
challenged my perspective a lot.
Very good. All right.
Shout out to Miss
Jamila.
Easton. Yeah, she definitely challenged
my
it.
homegirl.
And very interesting conversation. And that brought a lot of observation.
Okay.
And but yeah, man, throughout this whole week, I would say I'm grateful to be able to even have these moments, to be still, to be able to see my next steps, my next moves, people who revealed themselves to me without even me having to look. And continuing to be able to do the things I love. it's not too bad once you start to really focus on yourself, being selfish. Like once you start putting these type of work in, I started seeing like, okay, it's nothing wrong doing that. Like you said,
Yeah.
it's a give and take. It's a balance. It's really a balance. Like people who really lift you up and stuff like that, you definitely have to make time for them. You definitely, like, it's no other. I feel like that is selfish.
I feel like if anything, the people that you feel like lift you up doesn't mean that you have to talk to them every second. Nah. It's one of those things like you feel like, hey, look, I might need some information, or like someone giving me different perspective on something. And those are the people that'll be like, yeah, I got you. I got the time for that. Like, as long as you let them know. So I feel like nowadays it should be like, if I'm gonna call you, most of the time I'll send you a text message before I call you. I'm like, hey, can I call you? That means I like, it's something like I feel like I need to talk. I can't just text it because it's gonna take me too long, and I'm not gonna voice message you. But it's one of those things that I like to mess with people and like just to feel like me checking in, or at the same time I see maybe something they posted or something. I was like, you know what? Maybe they need some input. Let me hit them up real quick. Because I did like at least social media, like the conversation we were having in the last podcast is like, you know, it's good and bad. Sometimes the good is like, sometimes you can see where someone's going on something, and you're just like, let me talk to them a minute. Like, hey, where you going? Like, what's your idea? What's your process? What's
the vision behind it?
I was like, I have this input. I want to go back and forth with you and see where you're going, and then you can take it wherever you want. Yeah. Because I feel like that's also the other part. That sometimes when you're having a conversation with someone, understanding that your part ends once they leave with it. That's it. Like, you're done.
No, I get
because most people are like, they get all like, oh, well, you know, I talked. Like, no, you didn't. He's like, you had a conversation and they went off with it, and that's a good thing.
You planted.
Your idea is to be a muse.
Exactly.
Like you were their muse at that moment. Let them grow. What did you take from it? That's what people forget.
That's kind of how I take every encounter with anybody.
Because you always take something.
You always,
and people forget
anybody
that.
Can teach you. Anybody can teach you.
They forget that they're just like, oh, well, I gave them my advice and they didn't listen, or like it was like, but what did you take from it?
No, okay. To be fair, high school, beginning of college, I was in that mindset. I was there.
High school is for their whole life, bro.
Like, it was things that I would see, and I would try to warn people, don't do it, this and this and this. And I'm trying to get you to really see it. And I'm like, damn.
But some people need to hit that wall.
But it also reflected to me like, you can't help people who don't want to help themselves.
Yeah.
But it sucks because you genuinely care for this person, but then you have to be real and like, look at the reality of it. This person don't really love themselves the way they say they do. But you still try to give them some. I've
always been the type of person, I try not to say I told you so. So I'm fairly good.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like, but at the same time, I'm the same person that's like, yo, something happens, I got you. Because I feel like also it's one of the lessons sometimes people need in their lives. They need to be like, I'm so stubborn that I don't want to listen to someone that probably has the right idea on something. But they're like, no, whatever their thing, because remember, everyone has their own mentality, and that's the hard thing. Yes. And it's like, you know what? Sometimes I'm just like, I'm gonna let them hit a brick wall. You know what? I'm not gonna talk to them for a while.
Most of the time, I let them do that.
I was like, if they want to talk to me again, they will.
Yeah.
When they do, it's like, I don't hold them on it. I was like, so what's good? What's going on? They'll tell me the situation. I'm like, all right, this is what's going on. This is what you should do. I was like, it's up to you to do what you want. So what did you feel last time? Because I remember the last conversation.
So
like,
you don't give them chances. Like it's unlimited for you when it comes to your friendships.
Yes and no. For me. Like for me, it's like, look, it depends on the mistakes you're making. Like if it's towards me, that's a different story.
But mistakes if they doing messed up stuff, all right. So if you see them doing messed up stuff out here, like some sideways shit, and you tell them like, yo, I don't think that's a good idea, and it's like, yeah, you're right. Thank you for the advice. And they go back and do it. First time, it can be a mistake. Second time, it's a choice. It's a choice.
I agree with that. At the same time, like for me, it's very situational. It depends on how drastic it is. It's one of those like, you know what? You got to keep making mistakes. It's cool. As long as you're not reflecting on me. Like if you're not turning in like, oh well, like you told me this, but I was like, wait, excuse me.
Yeah. Yeah, when they try to turn it on you like that, yeah.
But I'm one of those people. It's like, like for me, like I feel like everyone needs to fall on their ass multiple times.
100%.
Like you can fall on your ass like freaking 100 times. Like some people they won't understand. You can give them the correct advice every time and they're not. I was like, for one, when you're my people, you're my people. You're my tribe.
Okay.
But
I don't think I'm all the way there yet. No, but what you saying, like I admire that in a sense because it's like I have a boy, Los. Shout out to Los. Big heart dude. Like just a humble guy.
I think I already feel big heart.
And it's certain things where I feel like situations that I've heard in stories is like there's no way I'll take that. But at the same time, when I really sit there and think about it, he always showed me a perspective of how I can be more patient in a situation, which started to actually help me realize a lot of things. Like, okay, this person, like you said, like somebody can come back and you warn them so many times, but what if they really dealing with something? You know what I'm saying? Instead of you just cutting them off. Exactly. So like in situations like that, I do my best to be more mindful. But again, it depends on what you bring in. Like if you bring in that different level of disrespect, I can't.
Hold on, wait. I'm back. What are you drinking? Shorty Amy. Just Amy now. Like I'm gonna do Shorty Amy. Just Amy. Amy just asked like, what are we drinking? Okay, look, you got 2 drinks right now. You got Babancourt and you got Brugal. This is the Hispaniola Island. Which is like, I'm Dominican, so like this represents the whole island because like I love my people in Haiti.
Yeah, Haiti and Dominican.
My squad,
Dominican Republic,
and then my people in DR represent. Like this is fam right here. But right now I'm drinking this one mostly. I got people twisted on that one on that Babancourt.
Dangerous.
I've been getting them on that 4-year, and I like twisted them up, and then got them on that 8-year. That 8-year like sneaky as hell.
Yeah, that's different.
Right now he drinking that Brugal. Right now we drinking the Brugal. It's this one right now. This is the one we had last week, right? No, the week before.
Week before. But
I think
any more questions in the chat before we wrap it up? You don't have anybody in the headphones?
Anything, anyone?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we're trying to wait for people
right
on chat on live. Right now we don't have anyone. So.
Well, nobody's responding back to it. The last person was Amy.
It's all right. It's all right.
But
at this point right now, I think
we're good. Point. Yeah.
We had a good run. Had a good talk.
Thanks everybody for tuning in to another episode of Moves Podcast. Thank you, Hyro, again for coming out.
You?
Right out smoke.
With that smoke.
Shout out to the 420s.
That you?
My chiefers out here. You shut up.
Damn, I'm completely covered like y'all Batman right now.
Ice water seems boring.
This nigga gone.
But have a good one. You can follow me on my _double_perspective. What about you, Hyro?
Yo, you can follow me on Zero Conclusion. Other people on my other chat, love y'all. Yeah, that's my private
and also
one.
follow Penthouse Studio.
Mm-hmm.
Penthouse.studios on Instagram. Check them out.
That's what's up. That's where the live's at right now.
Yeah, it definitely is. So thank y'all out. Good night. Love y'all.
Thank y'all.